Hey, 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 hey. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It is Sunday. Um, I just want to have a talk. I want to have a talk because I've, okay, first of all, the reason why I want to have a talk is because I feel like there's just certain things not being said, and I don't care if it's the right, I don't care if it's the left, and this conversation is not going to be about politics, it's going to be about you, and it's going to be about me, and it's going to be about us, it's going to be about we. It sounded like I was about to rap, didn't I? It's going to be about us, it's going to be about we. But anyway, the reason why I'm having this talk is because I just got off the phone with my accountant, and it is a Sunday, and we are working on some financial issues that I'm learning how to resolve and build and organize and all that kind of stuff. And this has been a process. So this isn't something that all of a sudden I'm going to get to a certain place and I'm never going to have to deal with my accountant again. Actually, that's the problem. I should have been dealing with my accountant every single week, every single month, having meetings like I'm doing right now. And the sun is coming out and it's absolutely beautiful. So I hope this glare isn't too much for you guys. But I realized today that being on the phone with her, how much I don't know. I've been able to build a successful company through all kinds of ups and downs, even though there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. And I go, how did I get this far? With all the craziness that I've been through, how did I get this far? Not knowing so much. Like she literally was having me pull something up on one of my accounts and export it to her and go through these line items. And there was part of the conversation where she said something to me and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Now I'm a business owner working on my business, working in my business, working on my numbers. And there's just stuff I don't understand. But yet I have figured out how to build something successful. And that is growing. Yesterday, I had some work done. Actually, it was some cleanup work done at my property, at my house. And the people that took the stuff away, the gentleman is, I don't know exactly where he's from, but I think he might be Nigerian. But he did not speak very good English. And the guys that worked for him did not speak very good English. They were African, or they could have been Dominican or something. I don't know. They were something. And so I was talking to this gentleman about his business. And he just was gracious and he was kind and just so smart. This gentleman has 10 trucks. They're not fancy, and it doesn't matter whether they're fancy or not. This gentleman is running 10 crews of people that go around the city and clean up trash, debris, or not trash, but like junk. You know, like 1-800-GOT-JUNK? Well, that's what he does. He goes and he picks up stuff. I also had another gentleman that did a smaller project for me, which was just picking up some knickknacks. That I didn't want to call this other company for, because I know they have the big trucks. The Nigerian gentleman has the trucks and stuff. Where this other guy, he hustles and he works through those apps and with people one-on-one, where he just goes and does odd jobs. And this guy makes a buttload of money doing odd jobs. And he comes from a family of immigrants. I think he was born here, but he comes and he's always working. This gentleman is always working, always has jobs. When I call him to do some type of odd job around my house, he's got to wait. I've got to wait a week to 10 days out. He's got to figure out where he can put me on my schedule, on his schedule, because he's so busy working. And I started thinking about this morning. We got a family or a gentleman that's Nigerian that doesn't even speak the language real well, but has figured out how in this country to get 10 trucks. I came up from a dysfunctional situation, still challenged on certain things. My dad never, I don't think my dad ever made over, he may have made over a couple $100,000 in a year. And physical abuse, sexual abuse, all that kind of stuff. And I've still built a life that I am so proud of. I've got healthy children, great children, an amazing husband, and a business that's growing. And then you have this other gentleman that does the odd jobs, who does not have a boss. And he stays booked and makes good money. And then I speak to a friend of mine, and I'm not going to put her name out there because she's an amazing woman, but I did ask if I could share her story, and she said yes. She has worked for an assistant in a major company. I'll leave it at that. She's assistant manager for a major company. And she is struggling right now because of COVID. She knows how to sew. She's great with kids. She could teach if she wanted to. She could do online courses. Her house, immaculate. Immaculate. Like, I go to her house and I feel like my house is I have a housekeeper, and I still feel like her house is more immaculate. So she could clean. She could start a cleaning business. But yet, and you know I love you, girl, and you said I could use your story. Yet, she's struggling. A lot of people are struggling right now. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I was watching Dr. Dennis Kimbrough this morning. He is the author of Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. And the reason why I love that title is, for one, it's part of the Napoleon Hill, through the Napoleon Hill Foundation. But two is the last little part that says Black Choice. About 2 years ago, I really started getting more serious about this social media thing. Over the last 6 months, I've shifted gears and gotten even more serious. I'm reading, I'm learning, I'm watching Zoom, I'm taking courses, I'm asking my kids questions on stuff I didn't know. And the reason why I'm making this video is because there are immigrants that are kicking our butts. There's women that are out there that are starting their own small businesses, cleaning houses, or teaching courses online, or teaching a second language online, or doing cooking classes that you pay for online. And Dr. Dennis Kimbrough this morning, I was watching, and I shared it on my Facebook page. He was doing, it was an old talk he did back in April or May this year, where he was saying people got to change. And I'm scared for a lot of people in our community, because right now everything is going digital. And that's actually a good thing, because one, you can make a video, or you can make a course, or you can teach somebody how to do something, save that content and remarket it and make money doing it. But I was literally at the bank day before yesterday, and it really hit me hard, because it was a senior citizen. One was a senior citizen, and one was a African-American gentleman, late 40s, early 50s. No, he's probably late 50s, that was struggling with their ATM card and struggling with some type of app on their phone. And I struggle with technology sometimes, but here's the problem. They were not letting people in the bank because of COVID. So and you had to make an appointment. And the lady goes, well, you can call us, or you can reach out to us online and make an appointment. And the senior citizen lady was like, well, I'm here right now. Can I just come in and talk? Because when I call, it has all those prompts, and I just want to be able to speak to a person. I feel for her. And there was somebody else in line that stepped in before I could step in, that talked to the lady, and the lady wound up letting her in and stuff like that. But people are going to be left out. And I am not scared. I am scared because it doesn't have to be this way, guys. We got to change. We have got to change. You have got to change. I've got to change. We've got to adapt. If you do not adapt, you're going to be left out. I am watching people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s that still have the ability to work and still have energy to do something, that aren't doing anything because they don't understand how to get on a Zoom call with their boss. They're being pushed out of positions and pushed out of opportunities because they can't get online and handle their business through online banking or deal with an accountant online. This is real. And we've got to figure, you, whoever you are, whoever I am, you got to do it, because nobody's going to do it for you. Yes, there's organizations to help business people. Yes, there's organizations to help senior citizens. Yes, there's organizations, but where are you going to meet them if nobody's meeting right now? You're going to get on Zoom, which means you have to know some technology. You're going to have to be able to feel comfortable getting on the phone, going through all the little prompts and talking to somebody. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this is because this next year is going to be absolutely amazing, but it's also going to be absolutely crappy for some people. There are people that are about to have their whole life taken away from them. What they've worked for, what they've saved for, everything's getting ready to be taken away from them because they're not willing to change. You got people right now that can go teach a course online that won't do it because they don't understand technology. You got people right now that maybe they don't understand online, but they could market themselves as a business coach, or they could market themselves as a housekeeper and make a lot of money just going clean their houses. And they let people know, take before and after pictures of somebody's house that they cleaned and how amazing, or they just did a closet. There's people right now earning money cleaning up people's closets. They don't even clean the whole house. They just clean up a closet. I called somebody to clean out my garage, to help me organize my garage. You know what? They wanted $450 to organize my garage. And you know what? I might just pay them to do that because it's worth it to me to get organized. Here's my thing. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to change. And if you have somebody you love and care about that is not willing to change, you need to have a heart-to-heart talk with them, because it's good out here. It's really good, but it's not good if we don't change. It's hard. And you can say it's not fair, you can say it's not right, but you have immigrants coming over to this country doing extremely well for themselves in the same system that we complain about. In the same system we're complaining about. Oh, by the way, F anybody. Let me rephrase it. F Trump, F Biden, F both of them. You know why? Because they're not going to change your life. I've done well under Democrats. I've done well under Republicans. Yes, it changes for the less fortunate, but guess what? Then it becomes a time when we're supposed to be what the church says it's supposed to be. We're supposed to help those people. We're supposed to build a successful enough life and build enough resources to where if the government isn't going to help our seniors and isn't going to help our poor people, that we should be able to have enough resources to do it ourselves, but we don't. As a community, we don't. We have some organizations, but that generational wealth, we're not building. I'm working on building it. I ain't built it all the way yet, but I'm working on it because I know I've got to change. So, I know this is one of my happy-go-lucky talks, but it's because I just watched a whole program with Dr. Dennis Kimbrough where he's talking about change. And I also watched the video where you got people in our community in run-down neighborhoods, in raggedy neighborhoods that have been raggedy for 30, 40, 50 years old, 50 years, that really think that if Biden gets in there, all of a sudden, that everything is going to be sunshine and roses. And it's not. Because if we don't change our thinking, nothing changes. People thought that they were going to live in a utopia because Barack Obama became president. Some of those people are still broke. But guess what? Some of those people are rich. Because they changed their thinking. Change your habits, change your thinking, and improve yourself, and things will get better. I am not the be-all, end-all. I am a work in progress, and I have a long way to go. But I am telling you, it breaks my heart to watch people that have the knowledge and the resources not make changes. If things suck right now, Where you're at, move, change. Don't tell me you can't do it, because there's people that come over to this country with nothing but the clothes on their back. And some of them with no shoes. And they build successful lives for them and their kids. Go do it.